This is Heavy Conversation with Bruce and Jody, a podcast where we talk about being a big guy in today's world.
I'm Bruce.
And I'm Jody. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right,
round two.
All right, here we go.
Hello, Jody.
Hey, Bruce. How's it going?
It's good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Decided to get dressed up for today's episode since I haven't been getting dressed up at all lately, so just
I got dressed up as well. You can see I put on a shirt.
Good.
Yes. So, yeah, very nice.
Yeah. It was funny though. It took me quite a while to tie my tie. I like put it on and I started and I was like, wait, no. Okay, there we go. It like took my brain a second to find that file of tying a tie again since it's been a couple months, it seems like.
It's been a little while, yeah. So I understand, absolutely. But this episode specifically came out of a question that came up in our weekly happy hours, which we do on Instagram Live.
Yes.
4 p.m. I'm going to shameless plug for our happy hour.
Yes.
4 p.m. Pacific. Jody and I hop on Instagram Live through Heavy Conversation and Chubster and just we talk about kind of whatever. It's usually somewhat a recap of these episodes of the podcast episodes, but it's also a lot of other stuff. And it really lets listeners jump in, ask questions, talk about their experiences, share their favorite beers.
Yes. We always have another beverage during happy hour. And we basically just kind of talk about whatever. If people are asking questions or talking about whatever. Yeah, it's kind of a fun little happy hour that we're doing.
Definitely.
Instagram Live.
Yeah, so please join us Wednesdays, 4 Pacific. But this episode came out of a question that someone had about wearing, formal attire, dressing up, putting on suits, putting a little more thought into your look for more put together events, places that require you to maybe dress up a little more. You know, now for the last few months, nobody has really had to do a whole lot of that, but things are starting to open again. People have these questions, and there's a lot to unpack around being a bigger person, trying to find suits that fit, or formal attire that actually fits you well. So
and I think the term formal wear, a lot of people don't understand. That's more like tuxedos and like dinner jackets, and not a lot of people are doing that so much. But it's more like what I'm wearing, just like a sport coat and a button-up shirt and a tie. That's a lot of like how formal people get now, or like a full suit. Maybe is how the extent of people's formal wear, which is perfectly all right. Unless you are going to some big benefit gala or the red
prom.
carpet or something, or prom. I guess I forget about that kind of stuff. Homecoming or Sadie Hawkins,
something like
the other things.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I feel like going to something like that.
Yeah, I feel like even a suit and a sport coat or a blazer is fine for those sorts of events as well.
Right. Absolutely. So I think, we get questions at Chubster with people who are asking about, tuxedos. I mean, a lot more. It's mostly people looking for suits or those kind of things. But if you're looking for something that's really formal and you need that, I know on the probably handful of occasions that I've ever had to wear a tux, they were as equally uncomfortable as suits used to be for me. So, a lot of the things that we're going to talk about today could also apply to tuxes if you're having to dress up that way.
Yeah, or even like for weddings. I don't know how I forgot that. Weddings are pretty much weddings or funerals are about the only time I see a lot of people coming in to get suits or that kind of stuff.
Sure. Yeah. For me, for a long time, the suit was just like this really constrictive piece of clothing that I didn't love and didn't want to spend much time in, and it's only been in the last few years that I've kind of gotten to a place where I've figured out ways to wear suits that that feel good on me, but that are also comfortable. And I think that's a
Yeah.
really big thing, is that you can get there. You just have to put some work in to get to that
Yeah.
point.
A lot of times it's not an off the rack thing. You can't just go buy
Mm-hmm.
the whole suit and it fits you perfectly. So I think that has a lot to do with a lot of guys or people being uncomfortable in suits because they're
Mm-hmm.
just not, they don't fit properly, or you haven't gotten them fitted to where they need to go. So a lot of times you have to get some tailoring done or make sure you're getting measured properly. I think is one of the first steps, is getting measured. At DXL, we go do a lot of training on measuring and figuring out the right fit. I'm getting a bunch of text messages. I don't know if you can hear the dinging, but I can.
You're a popular man. Yes.
um, so making sure that you get the right fit is a big step in buying a suit or a tux or whatever. I think that's really important.
So this is something that I think, if you've been a long time listener, you're going to know that we always say this. Or if I'm always talking about it in articles that I'm writing for Chubster, and that you need to get things tailored. Things need to be altered. The vast majority of the clothes that you're going to find off the rack are not going to fit you perfectly, and it doesn't matter if it's a suit, or if it's a button down shirt, or it's a pair of jeans
Hmm.
that are either too long or too short, whatever. There are so many things that you can look at there, that you need to have you need to have a place that you can go, that you can get your clothes altered. And it's just, it's the best thing that you can do for yourself.
Yeah.
So,
And I think a lot of times you buy more quality garments, and then you can have them adjusted a little bit.
mhm,
A lot of times you don't want to, buy when you're buying like maybe something, a t-shirt or jeans from Target, maybe you won't spend that extra money to get it altered, but quality garments, you can definitely get them tailored to fit, and it's not normally that much work to do to get it to
sure.
fit just perfectly. A quality tailor, a master tailor, they can do amazing work with just a little bit of adjustment.
Absolutely. If you're investing in a piece of clothing that you're going to be wearing, you want to get your money's worth out of, and keep long term, it is absolutely worth getting it altered. So
Hmm. Hmm.
don't write that off. And I know it feels like a pain, but really, in reality, even people who are wearing straight sizes need to do the same kind of thing in a lot of cases. It's not just for bigger people, but we probably need it more.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
absolutely. And
yeah,
and it is difficult sometimes to find tailors in local areas, but there are that you just have to kind of search.
yeah,
Um, or when you can do a little Google search or get some
yep.
references, or even like bridal shops and stuff like that. They know places where you can get stuff, and a lot of custom suiting places, they have those kind of things.
Definitely ask around, see what you can find. There are a lot of hidden gems, especially if you're in a decent sized city. In smaller
Hmm.
towns, it's going to be more difficult, but there is probably someone there who can do what you need them to do. But here in Portland, there are a few different places that you can go
Yeah.
here that do a great job with lots of different things, and
Hmm.
that have more experience working with non-traditional. If you're not watching the video, then yeah, I'm doing air quotes here, non-traditional bodies. So
Yep.
you definitely want to find someone, befriend them, take your clothes to them, get
Yep.
it done.
Yep, yep.
So
And also like making sure that they're versed in doing menswear.
mm,
Sometimes people can do wedding dresses, but they can't, it doesn't always translate over to tailoring. They can make a garment, but they can't tailor a garment sometimes. So just get references and that kind of thing. It's always important.
absolutely. So we've hopefully been able to hammer into your brain that you need to get things altered. But I think the next question is, where should we consider shopping when we're
Hmm.
looking for suits that fit?
Yeah. I mean, I just did a weird little Google search. That's
Hmm.
where I pretty much always start, like big and tall formal wear, and lots of odd things that I'd never heard, companies I've never heard of. And I'm like, okay, they're big and tall. Yeah, sure. And then I'm like, oh, well, they're big and, like we've said this before, they don't quite go to my size even, and I'm only a 52, and I was
Hmm.
like, okay, that's barely big and tall. So,
Right.
and then they had this, they were slim fit suits. And I was like,
Mm.
if you're doing big and tall, why are you doing a slim fit suit? That doesn't sound. So just making sure that you take into consideration the fits, that because different jackets have different fits, they can be
Right.
tailored differently. Trying them on is definitely going to be a little bit more difficult right now, but you can
Mm.
always, most companies have pretty easy returns and exchanges, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and it's important to look at slim fit specifically. If you're thinking about something like that, think you want a modern fit,
Mhm.
and just because they're calling it a slim fit, don't automatically discount it, but be aware because
Yeah.
you will find that there are things with that name that uh, it's basically just a modern fit, and
Mhm.
it's made to be a little more closely cropped,
Yep.
and it'll still fit, but it still has to be right. So
Mhm.
modern fit is probably what you're looking for, because chances are you're not going for the boxy sort of 80s or early
Yeah.
90s kind of
Yeah.
suit,
Oh, yeah, just
so
more classic
yeah.
fit, yeah. I
Right.
do definitely prefer a modern fit, but
Hmm.
yeah, definitely just kind of take a look if they have those different options. I would try to be in the middle of the more modern to classic fit
Definitely.
if they give you those options. Sometimes you have to look in the descriptions and or maybe even call their customer support line and just talk to them about it as well.
First and foremost, it's about comfort. You want to make sure that what you're wearing is comfortable
Mhm.
and that it looks good on you. So if you're able to get both of those things, then it's a win.
Yes. Yeah. I
So,
mean, it took me a I'd never I mean, I had like before I started at DXL, had one suit
mm,
that at that time didn't even fit me anymore. So now I like wearing suits and sport coats. It just especially when I'm going to work, like I feel it's like you put on your armor for the day almost, and it's
right.
like you get dressed up, you feel better, you just, you're ready to go and conquer the world, tackle whatever craziness is about to happen at work or for the day. But it just I almost feel better about myself when I'm dressed up. It's
Yeah,
it's it's kind of a nice thing.
it is. It's taking the time to put together a look, and I think that's one of the things, at least for me early on with suiting, is that I didn't feel like I was wearing any kind of suit that fit with my personality, that made
Hmm.
me feel like I looked good. I was wearing whatever I could find that would fit, and that's not a way to live.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
it's a matter of being able to put a little of your own personal style into that. So now it's a lot easier these days to do that than maybe it was a few years ago, and
Definitely.
we should definitely talk about some of the places that you should shop. So, do you want to start? Do you have a place you'd recommend?
Sure. I mean, well, I guess I'm gonna always recommend DXL. Surprise, surprise.
All right.
I work there, but they,
Perfect.
they do have actual formal. They have tuxes.
Hmm.
Most of the stores don't have them, but we can always order them if you once we get back to going to the stores. But they have a number of them that you can order. They have Jack Victor tuxedos. They have dinner jackets. So dinner jackets have like the lapel is like a kind of a different color, or it'll be like a satin silky finish compared to the rest of the jacket. So it really pops out. It's really kind of cool. I like.
That's nice. It's kind of a cool look, as
Yeah,
opposed to, it's a little just like, I don't know. It's just cool. Like you need a cigar
yeah,
and cognac. You
yep,
know,
yep. You need
right?
a little the
The
sniffer.
snifter. Yeah.
Yeah, or
Yep.
the shaken not stirred
Yes.
martini, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, so there's a couple options at least there for tuxedos, but for suiting, I mean,
Oh, the
DXL
everything.
has pretty much everything you could think of. Some really crazy Talia jackets that have like big prints and
Mm,
fun designs on them if you're a little bit more bold, or they have more traditional. Like I don't know what this is. This is a Jeffrey Bean jacket,
nice.
just a classic navy color. I mean, any sort of color options you can pretty much find. And I mean, they're super comfy and they're stretchy. They got um these little right in the back of the arm. There's like these little wow, I can't even think of the word, gusset, I think is the word.
Hmm.
It's been a while since I've talked about. suiting. I can't think of the terms, but it's got a little bit of a piece in there that helps it
Allows
stretch
you to.
so you can move a little bit more.
Right,
It's
right.
really nice. Yeah.
I've got a couple suits from DXL, and both times I had them altered at DXL,
Hmm.
and I mean they're great. They really got it. They were able to uh, alter it and make it work. I had one that was altered for an event that I went to in California, and they did it last minute. They were able to do it last minute and accommodate
Nice.
me, and get the whole thing done. And I mean, it fit great. It felt really good, and the photos looked great when it was done. So
Nice.
everything was really cool. So absolutely, I think DXL has a little bit of everything depending on what you're looking for. But when it comes
Yeah.
to suiting, uh, the thing that I've always found kind of across the board is that you want to be really clear about what you want. If you don't know, that's fine. You can go
Exactly.
in
Yeah.
and talk to pros, and they can help you with that. But if you know what you want and you're very specific about it, uh, you're going to get what you're looking for. So if
Yeah.
you're if you want something that's a little more modern and a little more pulled in, then you can get that, and just you have to make sure that you are vocal about what you're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. We do a lot of product knowledge training at DXL. So even if it's not in the store, there's other stores that we can order from, or we can even order directly from the online, because there's way more variety and options online. So we know all about the different fits and cuts, and we can, try on a couple just to see how things fit and feel, and kind of,
Right.
ask different questions and kind of go from there. It's really, it doesn't take very much time either. It's like a couple things, ask a few questions, do a few measurements, and get you in and out pretty quick. So it's not going to
Nice.
be, it doesn't have to be a whole day event to go just buy a suit. It can be, pretty short and sweet, depending on
That's
if you need to get alterations, then, that takes
right.
some time, but yeah.
That's the thing about it, is that it's less of a pain in the ass than people might think to
Hmm.
get something altered and go through that process. And the good thing with a place that sells a lot of different kinds of clothing, suits and shirts and pants and all that, is that if they have your measurements and they have you in a system, then and you're buying from them regularly, you can go back and
Yep.
you're kind of building that relationship, and it makes it a little easier for you to get in and out and know what's going to work for you,
Hmm.
and get something that is that is altered the way that you want it, or that fits your style or whatever. That's the great thing about having a place you go on a regular basis.
Yeah,
So
definitely. We can at DXL, we can look at your past purchases and kind of look up the different sizes and the
mm,
cuts and the fits, all that kind of stuff. Or we can just do fresh measurements whenever you come in, because I know I'm put on a few pounds lately, so might be a little different the next time you need to buy a suit, but it's always an option to look up past purchases and see, you know, colors, so you don't buy the exact same color in another suit, because like, wait,
right.
what did I get last time? It was
Yep.
blue. Okay, well, which blue was it? So
Right. Right.
yeah. So that's kind of a fun thing that you can do, definitely.
Yeah. So
What?
a great option.
Mm-hmm.
The place that I'm going to recommend, probably no surprise, Bonobos,
Mm-hmm.
because I love what they do with their suits. I love the entire vibe of the brand, and again their dedication to extended size clothing, and making sure that it actually fits bigger bodies. And their suiting is no exception. They do a great job with that. There's a lot of detail and thought put into uh, how the clothes fit, what they look like, the way that a jacket works, the way that it moves, making sure you have that range of movement, but also making sure that it is that it's a modern fit, that what you are wearing from the extended size line is the same as what the person who's buying a much smaller size is getting. So
Yeah.
you're able to get that. The stuff fits well, it looks good, and you can pair it uh, with their shirts. They've got all these different uh, more formal shirts. They got some that are a bit more casual. You can mix and
Mm-hmm.
match those different things. I've got a bunch that from them that I like to wear with suits, and I generally, well, I shouldn't say generally. I will go out of my way to never wear a tie.
Okay.
So my my look, the look that I go for with my suits, I'm buttoning my shirt all the way to the top,
Yeah.
but I'm not wearing a tie with it. And
Yep.
with Bonobo suits, it looks great. It works. And
Hmm.
their shirts, you get the right shirt, stands out just right. It
Yep.
gets the
Yep.
job done, and that's the look that I normally go for. Um, the jackets are great. Their pants and chinos, I'm in love with. I mean, perfect. But it's one of those things that I definitely recommend checking those out, especially if you're a person who has bigger thighs. I love the way that they accommodate them and fit without being too baggy. It's another one of those things where you should probably expect to need to get them altered. I'm just, I expect that with anything because,
Yeah. Yep.
I'm short, so I'm always expecting that. But man, they fit. I mean, it's just like they fit like a dream. They look great. I can't say enough good things about all of their clothes, but the suits as well. So it's definitely worth taking a look at, and decent price range as well. I don't remember off the top of my head. I want to say they're in the. Let me actually look here since I've
Yeah,
got this right in front of
I've
me.
seen quite a few different
Yeah.
ones that you've worn in the past, and they look really nice, and you look really sharp in those. And
Yeah.
those shirts that I think they're a little bit more casual shirts that I've seen you wear them under the suits are really, it's fun. I do that with like, I just wear a sport coat and a fun shirt and jeans a lot of the time.
Right.
Especially at work lately, I haven't been doing that, but that's kind of my uniform as you were for work, is just a sport coat, a fun
Right.
shirt, and jeans.
Which is nice. It's nice to be able to
Yeah.
mix and match like that. I think that's great.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I mean their blazers go to 60. Their pants I'm seeing up to 50 for suits. I know they
Mhm.
have a 54 waist in the more casual stuff. So it's definitely worth it. And yeah, like you're saying with the shirts, I mean, they have all kinds of different shirts that with great prints, and
Mhm.
that's something we've always talked about, is the fact that it's so hard to find fun, interesting, cool prints that
Yep.
are modern, that you're seeing on much smaller people
Yep.
in our size. So
Yeah.
the fact that they do that, I love that stuff, and I definitely I am definitely I'm all in on
Yes,
bonobos.
you are.
So
Well, before we go on to the next one, I'm thirsty. I'm the
it's
thirsty
time.
one this time. So
Right.
I'm drinking the Ecliptic Brewing Flamingo Planet Guava Blonde Ale.
Ooh,
Guava
fancy.
Blonde. I know. I was like, ooh, it's a seasonal, summery type beer. So I'm excited about. I like Ecliptic. I've had quite a few of their different ones.
I
Um,
like that.
they're a local Portland place, so
Yes.
I drink a lot of local beer. I still haven't gotten. I've ordered a bunch, but it's like from Taver app, but they only come in like once a month, I think, or something. So,
Right. Right. Nice. Nice. What do you think?
ooh, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Guava Blonde.
Guava y goodness. Yes.
Yeah, it's not like super sweet, but it's just got
Little something?
a little something in there. I like that.
Nice. All right.
Woo. I didn't look it
All
up on
right.
Untapped, but
So I have Modern Times.
mm,
This one is called Star Cloud
nice.
Hazy Citra IPA.
Okay.
And Orderville is a beer that Modern Times does that I love. It's one of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites. Uh, so I've never tried Star Cloud, so I wanted to break this bad boy out.
Mm.
Uh, I believe that Modern Times is based in San Diego. Oh, it says brewed in San Diego, California, and Portland, Oregon.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
there we go.
I was like, I thought they were. They had a local place here. What
They
was that
do it.
called again? Hazy what?
It's called Star Cloud.
Oh,
So
Star.
Modern Times Star Cloud, and yes, it is. Let's see here, 50 IBU.
Six point eight ABV. It says on
All
here.
right, there we go. Yeah, let's see. All right, it says there's no way to adequately prepare your taste receptors for the jaw-dropping deluge of flavor contained herein. So let's see.
Deluge.
Let's see.
So make sure you're following along on the Untapped app. We check in or add them all to our list. What do you think? That looked like a good vase.
This right here, yep, yep. This is good. This is good. It's the thing I love about modern times beers is that it's just quality. It's quality. It's like
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's smooth. It's tasty. It's I don't know. It's just like it's everything I want in a beer. I don't know. I that's
Okay,
I've never
yeah.
had a bad one from modern times.
Well,
So
that's good.
you know, yeah, it's just it's good. It's not it's strong, but it's you kind of make your way to that.
Yeah.
It doesn't like punch you in the face right when you drink it.
No,
So
yeah. I don't. I like a little. I like it tart a little bit later, or hot. I don't like
yeah,
the front hop.
yes, same,
I don't.
same.
I don't like that.
So this is good. So yeah, I am impressed with this miraculously tasty juice bomb. Says
Ooh,
says there are notes of tangerine, lime, citrus, and tropical magic. I'm all about tropical magic. So
nice. So mine says Flamingo Planet is an easy drinking blonde ale brewed with guava. 100% pale malt provides a
nice.
light body and golden color, lightly
I
hopped with
like that.
Amarillo and Crystal. This juicy beer is sure to blast you away in a tropical planet paradise. That's where I feel. I'm on a tropical planet. It's
I'm
great.
all about these tropical beers. I feel like if we're not able to go to the tropics right now, which I mean, probably not the best idea at this point,
Yep.
at least we can drink the tropics. So
Yeah.
here we are. Yes.
Good job, Ecliptic.
My wife got me the coconut LaCroix, which is my favorite. Some
Really?
people just yes, I know. She's like, why?
It
Everybody I
tastes like
talk to is like,
nothing.
really? That's why I love it. I just love that coconut. It's just like,
Okay.
man, it's so good, so good. So I'm all about this tropical stuff because we got to make the most of it when we can't
I know, and
quite
it's actually,
go.
well, I guess it's not sunny now. It was kind of sunny earlier, so I'm hoping for some sunshine.
Yes,
Go
yes,
for my
soon.
walk. I need more sunshine on my walk.
Ooh. Yes. All right.
Oh, pardon me.
Well, good.
I think one of the other places what I was talking about was Men's Warehouse.
Oh
They
yeah.
do have some big and tall stuff.
Hmm.
Like I said, it doesn't go quite to the sizing that some might need, but they definitely have quite a few options. Um, I'm trying to see. Ooh, excuse me, that beer is getting me a little bit.
One I can throw out is with some reservations, Indochino, which
Hmm.
is they're a menswear uh, company out of Canada, but they have a lot of showrooms across the country and lots of major cities.
Yeah.
Indochino, they do custom made suits. For years, I recommended them through Chubster because custom made. They can do any size, whatever you're looking for. In the past few years, they had made some changes to the way that they make their suits. And apparently, those changes affected the size range that they were able to offer.
Okay.
So now they can't, I know in store, they can't make it's been kind of unclear, and I've tried really hard to get down to get to the bottom of exactly what the change is. But let me let me see exactly what I wrote
Yeah.
about this
Well, it
because
looks like the Men's Warehouse, they have one particular suit that goes up to like a 60 or 70 regular.
okay,
It's just a navy, charcoal, or black. So it's just probably their standard.
right,
It does say a modern fit suit separate. So
nice, okay,
they do have a couple that go up a little higher, I guess. But I was looking at formal wear and it only went
yeah.
up to like a 50. But it's an
Men's
option.
Warehouse, yeah, Men's Warehouse is a solid option. They've been around forever, so they've got some things. I think I think it's my last experience with Men's Warehouse. It's been a long time,
Hmm.
uh, but I know that it's good to hear they have a modern fit because I didn't really get the feeling that they were that focused on
Hmm.
modern.
Yep.
But definitely worth a look. I think any place that's doing extended size clothing now on that scale probably going to be able to accommodate you if you're looking for something that's a little more
Yeah.
modern.
Well,
So,
I know there's a lot more men's warehouses that seem like they're everywhere. So
men's wear homes, is that it?
men's wear homes.
Yes,
I don't know.
multiple
Yes.
houses. Yes. All right.
Warehouses. Men's
Yes.
warehouses.
Okay. So Indochino, as far as the sizing goes, so here's what they told me when uh, so basically what happened is some Chubster readers had gone into Indochino
Oh
stores
yes, I
in
remember
diff-
that.
in different cities across the country to get suits, and they were told that their patterns only let them do up to certain sizes. So I talked to them, and they say that in stores, their patterns only allow them to make suits up to a size 56. According to the company, however, you can still order online, measuring yourself from the comfort of your own home. They have a whole process to take you through how to get a custom made suit and get measured in any size. So that's where it stands as of now. That's important to know in case you're in a city that has an Indochino shop. If you're above a 56, um, and you're wanting to try on
Hmm.
a suit, it doesn't sound like they're going to be able to assist you there. One of the cool things about Indochino, for me, I wear a 53, 54 suit. Um, the last time that I went into an Indochino, they actually had like a sample suit for me to try on. I
Hmm.
put the suit on. They did all the measurements right there. They did all the adjustments and went through everything, got it ready for me so they could do the alterations, order the suit, do the
Yeah.
whole process. And like 3 weeks later, I got the suit from Indochino and it fit me great. One of the best fitting suits that I have is from Indochino, so I'm gonna say that
Was
now
it a
that
custom suit? Like they
yes,
made? Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I was like
And
3 weeks. That seems like a long time, but if it was custom, then yeah.
custom, yeah, yeah. Everything that they do, my understanding, everything that they do is custom. So,
Okay.
getting you something like that quickly is good. Uh, I know that suits at Indochino are in the 300 400 range.
Hmm.
Bonobos similar around 400 ish and up.
Yep.
Uh, it's you can usually find deals for both of these places, so um, it's worth it. They both, I mean, Indochino is all about suits, so you're going to
Yeah.
find a lot more. I mean, I'm looking at their website right now, and there's a ton of stuff. So, uh, it's worth taking a look if you're looking for something like that. Definitely do more of a modern fit, but don't be afraid of modern fit. If you get the right fit for your body, modern fit is just going to look good on
Mhm.
you.
Yeah, and the DXL, I mean, they have a lower price range one, and then but they go, up to crazy. They have
Sure.
their
Right.
own the Gold series, which is like 188, and then 88, I think, for the pants, 188 for the jacket. So they have a more
Right.
like starter
Right.
range for something if or if you're not wearing them that often, you can start with something that's on the lower price
Yeah,
range.
and I'm looking right now, and Indochino is they're running a sale for $2.99 for custom suits. 100 of their best selling suits start at $2.99. So
Yeah.
you know
There's
you got
always deals going on. Some,
right,
especially
right,
right now, everyone they're trying to really motivate people to buy. So
yeah.
I always check out sales. I got or not custom, three Michael Kors suits on clearance from DXL, and they were like like pennies on the dollar. You just
Ooh,
you just
nice.
have to look, and I was like, wow, I'm buying all three of these right now because I'm never gonna get a suit that because I love the Michael Kors because it is really modern. The fit on the jacket and the pants are a little more tapered that I like. So
Right, right.
yeah, I snatched up three of them.
So speaking of affordability, I would be remiss if I did not mention J.C. Penney, who may or may not be around for much longer after
Yeah, that's
everything that's going on. I'm just going to throw this out here because they've got the Shaquille O'Neal XLG line that Shaq worked with them to put together a clothing line. They got some great suits there, and I mean they've got stuff that starts at like 115 for the suit jacket, and then you can add some pants as well. I'm seeing like $50 for that.
okay.
But they also, like, outside of the Shaquille O'Neal stuff, they've got some of their Stafford uh, jackets that I'm seeing for like $69 for the jacket. I'm sure for pants, they've got some that are uh, even cheaper. Yeah, I'm seeing like $40. So
Okay.
I mean, you can put some things together and make that work for you. And again, it's going to come down to get the thing, try it on, make sure the fit's right, get it altered if you need to. But
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to go with the higher end if you're budget conscious, then you can be budget conscious, and there are places
Yeah.
to shop. And their sizing on their suit jackets, it looks like it goes up to 64. So
Wow. Okay.
um, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
good.
So yeah, not too shabby. And I mean, they've got a lot to choose from. I mean, I'm looking here um, just in their suiting section, and I'm seeing 282 results. So a
Mhm.
lot to choose from.
A lot in there.
Take a look if that's
Ooh, they even
yeah,
have a
if that's
tuxedo
more.
in there.
Hey, there we go.
Ooh. I,
Perfect.
I've
Yes.
when I've gone to an actual JCPenney store, I haven't had a very good luck looking for big and tall suiting. So it might have to be more of an ordering thing. Looks like because they do have a lot of options here online. Just in the store,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there's like one jacket, and
Right.
'cause when I first started, I was like, oh, I need to like find something on the cheap because I didn't have a lot of money to like spend on suits or
Right.
anything like that. So I went to Penny's and I was like, really, you have nothing? I was like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. It can be tricky. It can be tricky for sure. And I think, there's a J.C. Penney store that I went into, I don't know, last year that's close here in the Portland area. And it was just like anarchy, I mean, like uh, people had just gone through it and things were everywhere. And, it is what it is when you're
yeah,
shopping in a store. Um, I wasn't looking for suits specifically. Suits. I think suits are one of those things where it can feel tricky to buy online, but
hmm
you can do it. And a lot of these companies, like you said, they make it easy for you to return things and to exchange and do all of that.
yeah,
So don't be afraid. If shopping online is your only option, do it.
yeah. And if you have a couple extra dollars to be able to get a couple jackets, there's so many that are on great deals right now that it's kind of unbelievable. If you have the money to get a couple jackets, if that's something you're normally wearing or whatever, I would definitely recommend. I was just since I started looking, I was like, "Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, boy,
Right, right.
I might need to get this one."
Yeah, and it's nice. It's nice to if you're only gonna have one, I'd probably go with like a navy, some a
hmm
darker blue. If you're going to have multiple, I mean, you can kind of branch out from there. A lot of people are like, make sure you have a black suit. I will say that I have many,
I don't have
many.
black.
I know I have many suits, but I do not have a black one.
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
a couple different navy or blue, like
Mhm.
charcoal. I have a lighter gray, and then I have a plum. I have
Yeah.
a plum suit that
Nice.
all my suits are literally locked up at the DXL store that I work at. So I can't even go get them, which I'm sad.
I've
So
got a couple.
I have this one. This is all I have at
I
home.
I like it. I like it. It's you're looking good. Looking good. We both got dressed up for this podcast. I'm glad. It's very
We'll
nice.
just what is it, like green screen maybe somehow suit on you.
That's right. That's right. Hey,
I
I'm just saying. I'm just saying you're lucky that I even wore a shirt because
Okay,
I'm
okay.
I'm getting used to this being at home stuff and being comfortable, and
You just
so
well, you got a pool coming, so you're gonna be shirtless a lot more over there.
yes, I might have to do one of these episodes from the pool.
Oh
Might have
boy.
to see if we can figure that out. I'm not quite sure how that'll work, but
Eh,
we'll see.
maybe Enya will help us with that.
That's right. That's right. Waterproof microphone or something.
Waterproof, yeah, or just like a headset.
There
It'll
we
be like
go.
a thing that like that has a mic on the headset.
Right. Right.
I don't know. I don't know.
As far as suit colors, yeah, I've got a couple brown suits as well, which I really dig. Some lighter
Mhm.
brown, darker brown.
And you
I
like
mean,
do you like the brown with the coloring? I haven't done a brown at all.
I do, just because it's so different. I just dig it. I like the idea of having different colors. I like the idea of a lot of my clothes when I'm going to be out being it's really standing out. I like the
Yeah.
idea of that and having things that are colorful or that are a little different because,
Mhm.
man, most of the stuff that we get as bigger people, it's just like
Yeah, it's just
we
like the
get what they,
yeah.
it's basic and they give us whatever they are willing to give us. And so if you have an opportunity to wear something that kind of stands out and you can make it work within your own style, then it's
Mhm.
definitely worth it.
I know my
So,
favorite one is that plum suit, that Michael Kors plum.
mm,
Oh my god. It's a
mm,
nice brown shoe.
I love it.
Like perfect.
Yeah.
I want to wear it right now just for no reason, but
And if you're not if getting a suit that is a a less um common color is not your thing, then you can you can make your shirts, or if you wear a tie you can
yeah.
make your tie stand out. There are a lot of different ways that you can stand out, without having to go like get a crazy
Oh
suit.
yeah, that's
So
like my third or fourth suit. So
right, right, by the time you get there, yeah,
you can start adding. You just don't want another blue suit or another black or gray. You want brown or
right,
plum or a brighter blue or something. Yeah, just mix it up a
definitely,
little bit if you have more than one.
definitely. Another place that I just want to mention quickly is uh, Combat Gent. So Combatant Gentleman is a menswear brand that recently started doing extended size
Okay.
clothing through. They have an internal line that's called Thorn and Co. And Thorn and Co. does they do shirts, they do suits. They have a few different things that that work for bigger guys. They have some good stuff. It's definitely worth looking at. They have some uh, the colors for the suits. I mean, they got your black, your charcoal, your gray. They also have a blue that's like a royal blue. So it's a blue that is not playing around. It definitely stands out compared to some of the other blue suits you see. But they have button down shirts. I believe that they go to, let's see, maybe a 22 neck on the shirts, it looks like. And as far as the suits go, they go to the jackets go to 62 and the pants go to 56. So, it's, I wouldn't say it's the most like, is it as much of a modern fit as maybe the bonobos? Close. It's not quite there. Um, I like the stuff. I do have one of their suits, and it's solid. It's a good option. I would say take a look at what they have. They
Mhm.
have they have some slightly bigger models on their site, so it's you can kind of get a feel for what what the stuff's going to look like. I think that's also big. If you can find people who are wearing the stuff that look like you, then you'll get a better feel for
Mhm.
what's out there. And I mean, there's start at, I mean, let's see, it looks like as of right now, which who knows when you're listening to this, but as I'm looking as of this recording, about $250.
Mhm.
So not a bad deal. So definitely worth taking a look.
Got a couple options there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So there we go.
Well, I think
Perfect.
We gave you quite a few options to check out some suiting or formal wear. Um,
Yes.
so try to get measured, do some measuring at home, follow their guides, try on a couple different ones. You might need to get some tailoring done. So try to find a tailor in your local area or a store that does that, and just do a little shopping around. It's, it doesn't take, it's not as big as pain as you think.
Right.
Um, it'll definitely be easier if you can go into a store and try on, but whenever that happens, until then, you can always try on a couple at home and check them out.
Yes. Definitely.
Ooh, I'm loving
Perfect.
I'm loving this beer. I'm gonna have to have another one. I
I
think.
know the beer is good today. The beer is good today. So now we should talk about our things of the week.
Yes, yes.
Yes. So I'm going to jump right in here because a quest that I've had for years has come to an end because
Oh,
of the thing that I found.
okay.
So, I grew up between, my dad lived in St. Louis, Missouri, and my mom lived in Southern Illinois. So I went back and forth. Uh, if you're not from St. Louis, there is a pizza uh, company
Hmm.
there called Emo's. Emo's makes, well, I'll say arguably, but in my estimation, the best
Okay.
uh, pizza that has ever been created. And
Emos.
uh, yes, so when I left the Midwest and moved to the West Coast, Emo's is not out here. Emo's is nowhere around. So they use a cheese called Provel, which is also not easily available out here. So for years, I've gone without Emo's, and through I don't know, pure luck, I basically found a website that works with Emos to sell their pizza and to ship it anywhere in the
Okay.
country. And this website it's called goldbelly.com. And they allow you to shop by restaurants uh, in like all kinds of regions. So you can break it down by like, let's see, Northeast, Midwest, the West, the South, the Southwest, and you can search for different restaurants in these places, and you can get sweets, bread and bagels, deli, pizza, meats and barbecue,
Huh.
seafood and sides, all of these things from different areas around the country. So it's it's a great way to be able to get that. And so I was looking through the site, and it occurred to me that they might just have the pizza that I've been looking for
So
years.
do they ship it not obviously not baked yet, right?
Right, not baked is
Okay.
yeah. So I'm looking here. I'm looking here to see. So uh,
Because I'm on here,
yeah.
I'm like, I don't want a burger shipped from the Midwest already made.
No,
That'd be
no, it's yeah, it looks like it ships on dry ice, and then you bake it and you do the whole thing. So they do a 6 pack of Emo's pizzas for $94.60, which, my friend, I will tell you that I would pay more than 94.60 for these pizzas. So this is the greatest thing. I'm looking at a picture of it right now, and I'm
it
just
looks
like,
good. I know. I was like, hmm.
oh, it's so good. It's so good.
What was the special about the cheese you said?
It's called Provel, and it's like it's two cheeses uh mixed together. So it's like provolone and I can't remember the other one, but it's not easy to find outside of this area, not just like
Mhm.
within the Midwest, but specifically in like the St. Louis, really like Missouri kind of, it's
Hmm.
there. And you can also buy blocks of Provel on Goldbelly. So
It's
uh,
you, it says make your own pizza kit.
yes,
You get all the
yes.
ingredients to make it. Ooh.
So part of it is, I grew up with emos, but I also worked there for a while when I was a teenager. And when you do that, then it was great because I was like a prep cook, and
Okay.
they would let us make our own like
Whatever.
insane, yeah, right. So I'd do like the extra cheese, bacon, and sausage, which was just like the dream pizza for me, and that is what I want. So it's a six pack of pizzas. So I'll be able to make the pizza that I want out of a few of these 6 pizzas. I'm willing to do this, to do the extra work
Okay.
to get the pizza that I want. So, yeah, my love of Vimos, I'm gonna finally get the thing that I've been looking for. So that's my thing this week.
They look like sticks of butter, these cheese blocks.
They do, and they basically are that. Yes, they're huge, but
are they like big, like Velveeta blocks, or
kind of
10 pounds? So
I know.
Are each of them 10 pounds, or are they both 5 pounds?
That's a good question.
Oh, they're both 5 pounds. Sorry, I was like 10
Mm.
pounds of cheese. That's a lot of cheese.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's glorious.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds lovely.
Yes.
I guess my thing of the week is we got some samples like right before I recorded this. Some new samples for Bearskin products.
Ooh.
So some briefs. So we, depending on how things go, we might be bringing briefs back because
people have been asking for that.
People have been asking for it, and things got a little off schedule with the shutdown and everything. But we just got samples in today, so fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Do all anything you need to do. Hopefully, they turned out exactly the way we want them.
Nice.
So get production going on those pretty soon. But so I'm really excited to see what those look like. Got to check every little seam and make sure they fit right. And, it's kind of a whole thing to go through all the inspection of the product to make sure it is exactly the way we want. We sent them some samples of our previous ones and some samples of newer ones that we wanted to adjust a little bit. So it's a whole thing. So I'm excited.
Awesome.
I was like, oh, I hope they come before I have to start recording because it's going to be, I don't want to miss them. So they came just in time. I didn't open it yet. I'm going to wait till Bjorn gets here, and then we'll open them and do a whole inspection on them, and hopefully everything's going to be great. I'm excited for it because I know everyone's been.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah, it is. It's like scary though because it's like I hope they're perfect. Because it's like it takes a while to go back and forth, and then if they're not right, we have to send back and say this is where we need adjustments, and then do it again.
Right.
So it can be a few months worth of. It's already been a number of months, of work before the shutdown, and so that's my afternoon, evening will be is looking at those and checking them out. And I don't know what size we got them in, so they might be Bjorn trying them on and seeing how they work and wearing them for a day or two.
And so then before we know it, they'll actually be available for all of us to.
Yes, probably this fall is when everything is what we're planning. Things got a little off track, but hopefully this fall we'll have. No, this fall. I'm just going to say this fall we'll have things go.
Perfect. I love it.
Put it out there into the world. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Yes.
Yes.
I love it. All right.
Well, thanks, Bruce. I appreciate your insight into a couple other companies that I kind of forgot about. So that was good.
Yes. So if you're listening to this and you go out and get a suit, you know what? Even if you already got one, we'd love to see some photos. Show us your suits. Let us know where you like to shop for suits. If you go for the formal wear, we want to hear about that as well. But let us know what your thoughts on suiting, the things you love, the things you don't, what's good about it, what's bad about it, and join us on our next happy hour Wednesday,
every Wednesday at 4 p.m.
Yep.
So get dressed up for us. Send us some pictures.
Please, yes, and tell your friends about Heavy Conversation.
Yes,
spread the word. We've got a lot of old episodes to listen to. We're gonna have a lot more new ones every week. We're doing it, so
every week. Well, thanks everybody.
Every week. All right, thanks. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Heavy Conversation. Be sure to like and subscribe on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.